I've had a lot of interesting dreams throughout my life, and some of them I remember to this day that are from years ago. One of those dreams I've mentioned on this channel multiple times, and people have been following me a long time may recognize this dream, but I'm not going to get into every detail of it because it would take a really long time. But why I'm bringing this up right now is because of Trump and Biden and the strange situation with the missiles in Russia, and how this was obviously a deliberate sabotage and some kind of strategic psychological warfare that's taking place with allowing these missiles to be used in Russia. And the dream I am talking about is one I had probably a solid 4 years ago, around the time of COVID. And to give a brief rundown, I was in a deserted city, and it was San Francisco, and things were overgrown and people weren't living in it. And I was with a team of what looks like special ops soldiers, and we were looking for a submarine in a secret base, and the base was located in a cave off of the shore of San Francisco. And we sort of got into a fight with some kind of advanced weapons. This all kind of felt futuristic, and we managed to basically take over that cave, which had a lot of very high-tech computer systems in it and all kinds of strange gadgets I couldn't really understand. So after that, we were walking down the streets, and I look and I see what looks like a small version of the White House, like a third of the size of an actual White House. Will, yeah, I hope and pray not to, Will. Yeah, but I saw basically, um, and it looked like a museum. So I go inside, and everything looked quite cold and empty and devoid of any life force. And I look around all the rooms, and I go into a bathroom. In a bathroom, I see puppets, about 1 foot tall puppets of all the US presidents lined up against a countertop. Okay, Biden was included in there. So I proceed to touch them and look at them more carefully, and I see a puppet of Trump. And when I see a puppet of Trump, it came to life. And he was separated from all the rest of the puppets. It came to life, and it looked very bitter, it looked very cold, it looked very sad, and it started to basically attack me and choke me. And that was the dream. So I'm not necessarily saying that there's a connection to what's going on now, but it's just something that I've been thinking about and meditating on. So, um, I don't know, maybe Bashar, what he was talking about, are you ready to take responsibility for this? And still kind of thinking about what that possibly means, but maybe it's not necessarily Trump, but the event of the election itself that sort of triggers a reaction like this. And a reaction like this is not normal. It is, without a doubt, some kind of, I personally think it was Obama's choice to allow these missiles to be used in Russia. That's just my opinion. So, having said that, I had A glitch at work, and this is not something that was uncommon. For those of you that have been following me a long time, years back, I used to have weird events happen to me at work. There's a place I worked in by myself, and I made quite a few videos, um, basically documenting, I don't want to call them paranormal events, but they were something more closely related to a reality glitch, I suppose. So I had that a few days ago at work. I put it in my community post, and it's related to a bus. So I'm in a bus yard, and the way that we start our shift, we pick a bus, sit in it, then we wait till we're told what to do. And so meanwhile, it's early in the morning, and the buses are leaving the yard to start their shift, to proceed, to go on their routes and pick people up and things of this nature. And so they're leaving, quite rapidly in a succession, in a line, one after the other. And these are very strategically parked buses, right, in rows, forwards and behind each other. Okay, so they're placed in a very organized fashion. So I see the bus 1911. They all have a number. See the bus 1911, and of course it gets my attention because, as you guys know, I see this number 100 times a day and have been seeing it for years, including 666. And it leaves the yard and it goes away. It's on the street. Okay, so I want you to picture this. There's a line of buses leaving, and there is a line behind them, stacked, parked, vertically in this position, and then parked behind each other. Okay, so what happens next was not even 5 minutes later, I look up again, and bus number 1911 was parked right in front of me. And it's not parked like in a normal way. There's multiple buses behind it, multiple in front, and that sequence alone would have taken a solid 30 minutes for them to park them in that matter. So I remember bus 1911 leaving, but the way it came up right in front of me was like it never even left the yard. So I don't know what to say about that. And really quite disturbing, but let's see where this goes. Everything has been very strange since the election. Everything has been very off, and the colors, and there's definitely some kind of strange shift taking place, and a lot of people are noticing it. Definitely gotta wait and see what happens until January 20th, but I just thought that number shoved in my face, and then it being shoved in my face in that manner was deliberate, some kind of deliberate cosmic intelligence to really get my attention that time, as opposed to just all the other times. This one was different. This one was right in my face for you to see.